coming in. Now, China's top diplomat Wang Yi will travel to Russia next week for high-level security talks. Beijing's foreign ministry announced that Wang will be in Russia for a routine Russia-China strategic security consultation. He was invited by Russian security chief Sergei Shoigu. During the meetings, Wang is expected to exchange views on international and regional issues of mutual concern and strengthen communication and coordination on key strategic security matters. The visit comes as the U.S. renews its push to end the war in Ukraine. Washington recently surprised Kyiv and European partners with a new proposal to resolve the nearly 4-year conflict. Meanwhile, Russian President Vladimir Putin said he would end the offensive if Ukraine withdrew from the territory claimed by Moscow. Otherwise, he warned Russian forces would seize it by force. All right, viewers, let's welcome retired Major General Sudhakar Jain to the discussion here. So what do you think is going to be the key agenda and outcome of this crucial meeting between China and Russia?
Kriti, the key agenda, as I see, would be revolving around the changing dynamics in the geopolitical churn. When I say changing dynamics, it will be in keeping with the larger interest central to all its activities in relation to China's national interest. When I say China's national interest, what is the China's national interest as I look at things? You see, given the turmoil which is happening inside the USA in its domestic constituency and its extended outreach to resolve the issue in Middle East and in the Central Europe, the likely bottlenecks which are going to come its way, you see, there is a contestation, there is a strategic rivalry between China and the USA for their dominance in the world over. Today, while we discuss the issue on the channel, we need to acknowledge one fact, whether willingly or unwillingly, we need to accept that despite USA being a superpower, China has left USA behind in many issues, economics, technology, and critical minerals, rare earth element, and the supply chain dependence on China as a manufacturing hub in the world. Although the world order is trying to switch and diversify and de-risk its options, but the fact remains something on which the whole world order was dependent for 40 long years or more than that. You cannot actually switch your dependence overnight. It takes lots of time, maybe another equal amount, if not equal, at least 20, 30 years to de-risk. So under this backdrop, first and foremost thing that comes to my mind is that in any case, there is no light at the end of the tunnel in the peace proposal which is being given now, 28 points between Russia and Ukraine. But if, let's say, hypothetically, we all try and project an optimistic kind of outlook, let's say the peace actually materializes, it actually sustains. In that case, the dynamics will undergo change because what I feel, America in earnest is trying to take Russia away from the embrace of China. You see, America is trying to form a kind of a G2 separately when it comes to China. When it comes to Russia, it is keeping in the back of the mind that there are 3 poles. One is America, the second is Russia, the third is China. These are the global dynamics and the imperatives. So take Russia onto its lap, keep the Russia on its side, and isolate China in a manner so that it becomes easy for America or USA to firstly contain, then to counter, and if push comes to shove, if it is required, going for a competitiveness kind of a rivalry and then lead to a contestation, which is not desirable. So the key issue as far as USA is concerned, isolate China. The key issue as far as China is concerned is to isolate the USA and keep playing its game in a manner so that it attains, rejuvenates its Middle Kingdom concept by 2049 or earlier than that, and retains the authority and supremacy of a global power, which without firing a shot. Not like proxy war which is being fought. China does not believe in fighting a kinetic war. China believes in fighting a war or winning a war without fighting one. It's the Sun Tzu's old saying. And the third component in your question is Russia. Where does Russia go? Russia, will it be there inside of the China or it goes onto the flank of USA? Well, that time is going to say. Everything can be changed, but geography cannot be changed. By virtue of contiguity, by virtue of proximity between Russia and China, there will be a degree of difference although, but there will also be a high degree of dependence on many issues. China will be continue to buy oil from Russia. Russia also would be dependent on China for many military hardware and other things, as also the supply chain management